Should we talk about the Darwin Awards?
Yeah, let's go back to the Darwin Awards.
A man died eating nearly 50 eggs. Right? Load up that Vice. Vice is always going to deliver something weird.
50 eggs.
So these two dudes, they were having some argument. There's two Indian dudes. And somehow, this Vice article is not super clear because it's like they were having an argument. And then they decided to have a bet. And it's like, okay, I don't really see how those tie together, but let's go along with it. And then I read another article which said the same thing. So I'm like, okay, no one really knows what happened. And they're just trying to fill some words.
Uh-huh.
And here we are trying to fill some airtime. So anyway, they get onto this thing and they have a bet for $28 about who can eat 50 eggs in like the time or whatever. Some dude eats 42 eggs and he passes out.
That's a lot of eggs.
And dies.
What?
I know.
Why?
I mean, 42 eggs is a lot of eggs.
I mean, I get that's a lot of overeating, but why did he die?
Well, so they say, I looked this up, it's on the Vice as well, and it's on the, was it in the Guardian? No, this was another, don't click on that, that was another thing. But they just said he died of overeating. And I'm like, that's not enough. What happened to him? Did his stomach rupture or anything like that? So this article was like really disappointing, but it got me in to like reading about people overeating. And then go back to the doc and open up that second link, which is
This one.
Basically it asks like, can you really die from eating too much? Now, this article says that your stomach is initially 800 millimeters to 1 liter, which for our, well, I suppose British and American friends will do it in pints. I definitely know what a liter is because it's like, okay, 1 liter of orange.
Well,
juice, right?
it's a liter of soft drink.
That's a 2 liter.
That's a 2 liter. So
Yeah,
half a bottle of soft drink.
Well, it's like, it's 2 pints basically.
Yeah, 2 pints. Okay.
So 1.5 to 2 pints is basically the normal size of your stomach.
For our Australian friends, that's about 3.5 schooners.
Oh yeah. Wait, they have those half size. They're not proper beers.
No, they're schooners.
You've been to the Netherlands, right?
No.
What?
No, I've never been to the Netherlands.
You've never been to the Netherlands?
Why, what have they got
You've
there?
been everywhere.
Yeah, I've never been to the Netherlands.
Oh, they have the schooners, or like I don't know.
What are they? They're schooners.
They're not called schooners. I've never been to Australia, but I know Australia has small beers.
Schoonine.
For Germans. They have just like small beers. I think they're like 0.3 or something.
Uh-huh.
And that's the standard beer size.
That's a schooner.
And it's still like €4 or whatever. You're like, what?
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Same in Australia. You pay the same as you would for a pint.
Anyway, that's our discussion about metric and liters. So this article talks about this, and so basically, this is your normal size, so like 1.5 to 2 pints. But if you're enormously obese, or if you binge eat, so if you, and I was like, I definitely had some binges in my time. Yeah. Like, I mean,
I'm not proud of some of the binges I've had.
Dude. I don't know, some of the binges where I've been like, maybe a bit hungover and you're like, oh man, you go to Greg's and it's like, I could eat all of this.
Oh, yeah.
So you just get absolutely nuts in Greg's and buy like 7 pasties or something and just eat them all.
All you can eat English breakfast at the Toby Carvery.
Oh, I've never done this.
Mate, £4.
What?
£4, all you can eat veg. So no, all you can eat everything.
Yeah, all you can eat veg and English breakfast is going to be extremely
Sorry,
limited.
I was thinking carvery. That's the typical carvery rules.
Okay.
But you get meat once and then you get veg. But like as much veg as you like. But no, for the breakfast, £4 and you get unlimited breakfast.
Wow. I think my base overeating's gone on unlimited things, but usually a Chinese buffet.
Ooh.
Like a cheap Chinese buffet. So not £4. That's absurd. But like, I don't know, like £10, £11.
Yeah.
Like somewhere you could get unlimited Chinese buffet. I'll just gorge myself.
Mate.
Not anymore, because now I'm like, well, this is, I feel, my life. When I was young, I wanted to eat loads of great stuff, but I didn't have any money. And now I'm old. It's like, I want to eat all this great stuff and I can afford it. But I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to become a fat bastard if I do. So, I feel like I missed that sweet spot in my late 20s. Like where it was like, I still can eat whatever I want. And I feel like I'm still a little bit in that zone. I definitely now, if I go on holiday and just for 2 weeks and eat like a pig, I'll have put on a few kilos when I get back.
Even I'm in that now. Like, so I'm what, 4 years younger than you are. And I'm at that point now where I cannot eat whatever I want. I have to sort of be a little bit aware of what I eat. Okay.
Fuck this. Like the amount of money I would pay just to be like, yeah, can I do the £10 all you can eat Chinese, and also I'll pay £400. So, no, I won't pay £400. Let's say I'll pay 40 quid.
What, so I don't get fat?
Yeah, I'll pay 40 quid if I could just have all of that written off.
Nice.
Anyway.
Would you do that?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like no consequences of the food I'm eating for 50 quid, all I can eat.
Ooh.
Game on, son.
Game on.
Anyway, that was a big tangent. So your stomach gets bigger if you binge eat, obviously. But let's get to the important stuff, because A, according to this thing, your stomach can absolutely burst. They say this woman filled it up to like 2,500. So, that must be milliliters. So basically 2 to 3 times, maybe if she was a small woman, I'm guessing she's not, 4 times bigger. Her stomach basically filled up her whole abdomen and then burst.
That's disgusting.
Right, and I'm like, that's game over, right? She went in for emergency surgery and survived. I'm like, okay, so you go for emergency surgery. How are you not dying of infection?
Well,
It'd be like just putting the digestive tract is essentially separate from your body. It's like a hole that just runs through you.
yeah.
But at this stage, it's like, isn't there going to be like bits of, pork ribs and stuff in your lungs? Or like surrounding...
In your lungs?
Well,
maybe not
like
your
around
lungs,
the
but
lungs.
maybe
and
like in the lymph.
I don't know, whatever
Lymph.
whatever's going on in there where there's not supposed to be food.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there's lots of food and acid.
I'd actually love to know a bit more about that bit of the body where nothing is.
What do you mean?
What's there?
Dude, we're all full of stuff.
No. Like there must be. When you look at like a diagram of the body, you've got the lymphatic system, you've got the digestive system, you've got the respiratory system, and then you've got nothingness.
Well, it's bones,
capillaries.
Did you mention that?
Yeah, circulatory system. So yeah, and
loads of stuff.
there must be a bit like here where there's nothing going on.
There's fat, skin, bone.
Okay, in the
muscle,
in the main cavity
arteries.
where we've got our lungs and our heart and everything like that. There's just like
dude, lungs, heart, spleen, liver, kidneys. All this stuff is pretty packed in. It's not like there's some empty space inside of you which they just forgot to map.
cavity. Well, if you think about it, your diaphragm can go up and down though.
When you breathe in and breathe out.
and but it actually properly moves around. So I'm wondering if there's like a bit where you could like, I don't know, put your hand in or something.
Just like make a pocket or something.
A little pocket, you know,
like a little storage space, like a kangaroo.
Keep your important documents.
Second thing, someone has died from this. Recorded in like modern history rather than just like myths and rumors and stuff, which yeah, that's not super surprising. Someone ate themselves to death. I was thinking this definitely happened to some king or something, so I googled that and I found out there was this Swedish king called Adolf Fredrik Allegady maybe, who died of overeating, and I was like, oh, what did he eat? And it was like all this king stuff, like champagne, lobster,
partridge.
Don't remember partridge, but
quail,
pretty kingy, all that stuff. And then also, I was like, I felt that was an English monarch, and I know it wasn't Henry VIII, but he was fat. Henry the First, apparently, Henry the First of England, but they just say allegedly.
Allegedly,
so we don't know.
Well, he probably died of something.
He was eating some weird fish that doesn't exist anymore. It went extinct. Apparently, it was really tasty, and it was like a hack because they couldn't eat meat on some religious days or something like that. And apparently this fish tasted very meaty, so he was really into it, and he ate so much of it that his stomach exploded and he died.
Do you know, fun fact, it took a really, really long time to name the giant tortoise because...
they were too busy eating it?
Darwin... on his own boat on the way home, they basically piled them up. They piled them from like bottom corner up to the top corner in the storeroom, and they were so delicious, so tasty that by the time they came back to London to like process it, they'd be like, "What have you got?" Well, we had some tortoise. Well, where's the tortoise? Ate it. And like genuinely they ate all of them. They almost ate them into extinction, and
that's amazing.
No, apparently they're incredibly buttery.
Didn't someone give like Kim Jong-un or his dad a giant rabbit as like a gift, and they ate it or something? So it caused like a diplomatic incident.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing though. Can you eat giant tortoise? Is that endangered? Is that a thing?
It's endangered. You can't eat that. No, it's it's just amazing. I think it took them something like 6 months to a year to name it because they couldn't get it back. No, more than that. Must have been more than that. But it was a really long. The actual time escapes me, but it was a really long time.
I look forward to when they get this cloning stuff sorted, so we can start cloning like woolly mammoths and stuff. Not because I'm a conservationist or I care.
You want to eat it?
I just want to taste it. Yeah, I want to see what it tastes like.
Oh, God.
Why not?
We can just wave goodbye to the vegans. This is
well, yeah, it can be all ethical or whatever. You can grow it in a lab. You're not vegetarian or anything.
I'm not vegetarian. No.
Would you?
Although I am trying to lower my meat consumption.
I feel it's good if you eat less meat.
For health, for health, environment, everything. You know,
meat's amazing.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. You know, I've got a fun story about dying from overeating.
Oh God.
No. So the guy didn't die, but I used to be a waiter at a restaurant in Australia, and I was there for a year. I worked 6 months in this restaurant. There was a guy, a very rich guy, he was a wine merchant, and he was really, really, really fat.
Yeah,
really fat. And
I feel like if you're a wine merchant, you like the finer things.
Yes, exactly. He would come in for lunch.
If my wine merchant wasn't fat, I'd be like, "What's up?"
The key we can take away from that is you have a wine merchant.
No, sorry. If my wine merchant, not implying that I have a wine. I would love a wine. Let's get a wine merchant.
If one's wine merchant.
Yeah.
No, but so this guy was really fat. He used to come in for lunch and then he'd come in for dinner into a kind of restaurant where you use like half a ton of butter on each and every plate.
Yeah.
And he got a gastric band to withhold how much he could eat. I don't know, for those that they're not familiar, a gastric band is a small band that they put around your stomach, basically makes the stomach smaller, right? so you feel full.
Okay.
And he burst his gastric band by eating too much and continued to eat and eat and eat, and he was morbidly obese, got a second gastric band. They said he basically, normally you go on like a list to get a gastric band. He just paid it. He went and got it. He's a wine merchant. And
fine wine
he
merchant.
Burst his second gastric band. And then he gave up. He just went, you know what, whatever. Like, I'm going to be fat. This is no good. So yeah, you can. Well, he survived overeating, but I'm not sure for how long. I don't know if he's still ticking.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah,
dude, that was the Darwin Awards. If you like this, viewers at home, let us know if you like the Darwin Awards. Use the comments. Send us. Hit me up on Twitter at Simon Whistler. You've got a Twitter, right?
Yes. This is Sam Myers.
Spell your last name because it's confusing.
Meyers. Meyers.
Getting good at those plugs, man. Let us know what you think of the Darwin Awards, everybody.